Okay, we left off, Rabotai, discussing about the Jewish ladies did not listen to Paro, the ladies that giving birth, the midwives. And because of that, HaKadosh Baruch Hu said, you did not listen to Paro, and you risked your household members. I could have killed all of them for you disobeying me. Because you didn't listen to Paro, Hashem said, I'm going to give you such a household that you will be so proud of for generations to come. Bechor, what was the benefit they got?
Kingship.
And king. Shmo guftetku, ma Levi Kohen Melech. And who did the kings came from? Huh? From Miriam. Who the Kohanim and Levim come from? From Yocheved. Got it? So Yocheved got Kohanim Levim as a reward, Moshe Aaron, and Miriam got kings as a blessing. Because Miriam got married to Caleb ben Yefuneh, which is from Shevet Yehuda. Okay. Now comes Paro Rabotai, and he got so upset that the guys that looking in the stars, the future tellers, saying, listen, Paro, they didn't kill the Redeemer, the Savior yet. So therefore what? Now we're not even sure if it's from the Jewish people or it's from the Egyptian people.
So the Egyptians.
So look what the Torah says now. Vayitzav Paro lechol amo lemor. What is lechol amo? To all his nation. Kol haben, not only the Jews. Kol haben, any boy, hayilod, that was born, hayor tashlichu. Throw him into the river.
Как с египтянами мог быть Север? Не пойму.
Why not?
Потому что
What's the problem?
Вот почему они
So why Paro got upset when God gave him the punish or the Makat Bechorot? He did that before already.
Oh, Paro. He killed. Of course. What do you want?
Why he got upset? Why all Egypt got upset when they got Makat Bechorot?
When he touches you, it's already a different story. A person one time told me, Bechor, Rabbi, what's the big deal if I go somewhere? My wife doesn't know about it. What's the big deal? What's the big deal? I enjoyed. She enjoyed. She doesn't know anything. She also enjoys when she needs to. Not with somebody else with me. What's the problem? I really don't understand. Behemet didn't understand. He got so dirty into this life that he doesn't understand what's wrong with this. I told him, Jonam, today you're talking from this side of the table. Tomorrow, your domot is going to cheat on your daughter with your secretary. And you saying, listen, domot, Kasabi. He's going to ask you, Amak John, what's wrong with this? Your daughter doesn't know about it. Would you want it? No, Rabbi, why you wish me such a thing? I said, don't wish. I ask you, what if? He's like, couldn't find himself a place. I said, whenever you enjoy in somebody else's account, you don't feel the pain. Whenever this type of thing is going to come on your account, you're going to say, oh, мне сейчас больно, мне уже неудобно. You're going to start feeling the pain right now. So that's a person always have to think, Paro was the same thing. What's wrong with this? I'm throwing the Jewish people into the water. What's wrong with this? Tomorrow Hashem said, I'm going to take your child, your firstborn, I'm going to take. And then you're going to feel the pain, what the parents that you threw to the river, what pain they felt.
No, I'm saying
When it comes to your emotion, it touches your body, it touches your life, now тебе больно будет.
I'm saying that he killed all his nation also. He said lechol amo.
Chol amo.
So he did that already. So why he got pain so much that when
We answered
God
that.
give him the Makat Bechorot?
Well, now it touches
Yeah,
you.
but when he's
Before it
touching-
touches the nation, doesn't touch me. Now it touches me.
His own boy.
Мне сейчас уже больно.
He doesn't have a
As the story says that the rabbi comes to collect money for the yeshiva to the rich guy's home. It's cold outside.
Come out outside.
And the rabbi doesn't close the door. He says, can I talk to you? Important rabbi, Rabbi Avad Yosef Babasali. trying to talk to the rich guy, and he keeps the door open. And he's talking and talking and talking and talking and talking, and the door is open. He said, the rich guy told him a few times, please close the door. Come inside, we'll talk inside. I give you any money, we'll come inside. He said, after a long time that he spoke, the door is open.
He wants him to feel how cold.
He went inside. He said, Rabbi, what do you want? I said, I came to collect money for the yeshiva. We have boys over there, needs to be sponsored. I want you to feel the cold. You sitting, if you don't feel what I'm talking about with you. Now that you kept the door so long, you understood that cold we're talking about, you will understand the pain of the children you were going to give, not little money. You now understand the need that the children have, and you're going to give the proper money that you're supposed to give. That's why Yetzer Hara makes us all the time not see the picture from the other person's side. We only sing it from our side. That's why Hashem woke up Paro, feel the pain that you cause other people, and therefore you will let the Jewish people out after that Makkah. Bayom shenolad Moshe. How many days did he throw the Egyptians to the water? Bechor?
40, no?
For one day.
Only one day?
How many days he threw the Egyptians to the water also?
Egyptians.
For one day.
Why? Just one day?
When? Which day?
That day.
7th of Adar. Who was born on 7th of Adar?
Moshe.
Moshe Rabbeinu. They told him, we see today their Redeemer, Moshiach, is born. Today is born. But we're not sure, is he Egyptian or is he Jewish?
Okay.
So it says, Rashi says, ביום שנולד משה, אמרו לו הצטגנינים, היום נולד משיען של ישראל, ואין אנו יודעים, ממצרים הוא, מישראל הוא. Not clear to us. ורואים אנו שסופו ללקוט במים, and we see that the end is going to get punished by water. The Egyptians, future tellers, tell it to Paro. At the end, were they right or no?
Yes.
Were Moshe punished by the water?
Stone, yeah.
Yes.
Was punished because of water. When? Whenever Hashem said, talk to the rock and take water. Moshe hit the rock. Hashem said, you hit the rock, you get punished. What? Because you didn't make my holy name Kadosh, you put down my name. You're not going to come to the Holy Land. My holy name you didn't sanctify, you didn't make Kadosh. You're not going to see the Holy Land. So at the end, he got punished because of water. Yeah. So that's why don't believe all this horoscope. Don't read all this horoscope. It's not going to give you precise answers. It's going to give you general things. Who knows when this is going to come? After how many years, their prophecy came out true that he got hurt by water. How many years it was? 119 years. When he was born, 80 years he was in Egypt, then 40 years almost he was in the desert.
120.
Huh? 120 he lived. Right? The Jewish nation complained in the water, in the desert. Moshe was already 80, maybe 90, maybe 100, who knows how many years. So they knew something, but very vague, very far-fetched. לפיכך גזר אותו היום אף על המצריים, שנאמר כל הבן הילוד, ולא נאמר הילוד לעבריים. He didn't say whoever was born to the עבריים, to the Jews. He said any boy that was born, throw him to the water. והם לא היו יודעים מי שסופו ללקוט על מים. המים אחרים, מי מריבה. Okay, continue the Torah and says, ויקח את בת לוי, עמרם took the daughter of בת לוי. פירוש היה ממנה מפני גזירת Parush Amimena. What do you mean Amram got married to the daughter of Levi, Bat Levi?
He was divorced.
So because Amram divorced the daughter of Levi. Amram, who is Amram Bechor? You don't know who's Amram?
Father of Moshe Rabbeinu.
Father of Moshe Rabbeinu. Was divorced from his wife, Bat Levi. Then Miriam came and convinced him, and she told him, you are worse than Hitler. If somebody would tell you such a line, what would you feel? You are worse than Hitler. That's what she said. Miriam. Shemo Mekushet. Miriam told to Amram, "You worse than Hitler.
What's she talk to her father like that?
І він пішов, зачав
You're worse than Paro. Paro was worse than Hitler a million times. Hitler didn't bathe in children's blood every morning and every evening.
Moshe Rabbeinu, how
Paro was such a cruel person, shechting children, bathing in their blood. Какой-то демонат должен быть таким. What a cruel person. She tells him, "You are worse than Paro." What a line.
Правил же.
That's not keep with Abraham. How do you talk to your father like this?
It's a good question.
Yocheved got married with someone else?
Yocheved? After when? In between? They say she got married and Eldad Umedad came.
Yeah. Two
How you went back to Amram?
So they discussed this. How is how allowed?
Was the uncle
So the-
allowed to marry?
So the answer is before Matan Torah. That's the easy answer.
Also, that they had two sons. The other time I was trying to tell my sons about this whole story, I got mixed up.
Eldad
It was
Umedad.
her. She got married to somebody else, right?
That's what I think.
Ooh.
That's what I remember.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yocheved.
To somebody else?
Eldad Umedad are children, are brothers of Moshe. I think it's through Yocheved or through Amram, by one of them. But they are brothers. Okay, continuing.
Rabbi, how long it
Gemara
was?
says that, Rabbi.
If I would know, I would tell you. Why are you asking?
How
Chagai?
long Moshe Rabbeinu was Moshe?
Leader.
Bob, I'm not sure about your question.
How long he was
Leader.
Moshe of the
Moshel,
Okay, Moshe.
leader,
Yeah.
40 years. Last 40 years of his
What
life.
about Kush?
That's also a story. When was it?
So Yosef Hasadik not only
But it's in two territories. Here's one territory. One place, 8 years, Yosef was in control. Moshe maybe was, according to you, he was also not a king, he was just a leader. Moshe Rabbeinu was not a king. No, he wants to say that Moshe was also a king. He was a king for Cush.
No, we said,
But he was not
we
a
said because of
melech for
Malchut,
40 years over the Jewish people. He was
because
just a
of
leader.
Malchut, that's what we said. That's what we learned. That because of Malchut, he keep on his breed.
He kept his
This is
yesod.
Malchut. He saw this is a Malchut, so he got long kehuna.
8 years, yeah.
So Moshe also been a long time here, there.
You're right, but he was not a melech. It's different. He was a leader. And how many people tried to
Yosef
put
also not
down?
Melech.
He's a melech.
Yosef was secondary after Paro.
Huh?
Paro is a melech.
Paro said, "I'm only sitting on the chair."
Last time we learned on Shabbat.
Okay, let's finish off. רבותיי, we have 3 minutes.
Viceroys.
No,
גזירתך קשה משל פרעה.
I'm
אם
saying
פרעה...
that Moshe also keep the.
בואי שרה, בואי שרה. אם פרעה גזר על זכרים, אתה גם על הנקבות, והחזירה ועשה בה לקוחים שניים, ואף היא נהפכה להיות כמו נערה. It says that that day, Amram got married to Yocheved, and she looked like a young lady.
Bat Levi.
Bat Levi. How old she was at that time, Bechor? 130. Go get married to a lady 130.
She looked like 20.
נולדה בבואם למצרים. How do we know, says Rashi? Because she was born whenever they just came down to Egypt. And when did they come out of Egypt? 210 years after. And how old was Moshe Rabbeinu at that time? 80 when they come out of Egypt. So subtract from 210, 80, what did you get? 130. After that, Moshe Rabbeinu is born. So Moshe Rabbeinu is born, 80 years, they're coming out. They in total 210. So how old is Yocheved whenever she gave birth to Moshe? 130.
Does it have to do with when Adam
אז איך זה מרים 7 שנים יש להם הבדל?
What's the problem? She was 123 when she gave birth to Miriam. What's the problem?
Does it have to
But
do with the
hold
130
on.
years that
So Eldad Umedad, he's they bigger than Moshe then?
I don't know. I don't know. Bigger, younger.
does it have to do with the 130 years that Adam and Chava
If they younger, so how?
Maybe, I don't know.
It's saying over here, it's
210 נשתהו, אוקיי.
it's
כי
saying,
טוב שנולדה הבית כולו אורה. When Moshe was born, the whole house was full with light.
so Yocheved מה, אנחנו
ולא יכלה עוד הצפינו, שמנו לה המצרים מיום שהחזירה, היא ילדתו ל6 חודשים ביום אחד, שהאישה היולדת ל7 יולדת מקוטעים. אוקיי, גומה, לשון לעז,
там Rashi не рассказывает, רבай.
וטבעו שהוא עומד ומתקיים בפני דבר רך, והן בפני דבר קשה, ואין הוא נשבר או ניזור. Why did Yocheved make such a weak, cheap basket? She should have made something nicer, stronger. He says, listen to this. This is a very big lesson for life. He says, the material she made it from, it was from a soft straw. Why? She says, if it's going to hit, if I'm going to make it from hard wood, and it's going to hit a rock, it's going to break, and the chas v'shalom, the child will drown. What I have to do with something that it is hard, I have to behave soft. If I will go kala b'kala with somebody that is hard, I'm not going to win. I'm just going to break. Either I'm going to break him or I'm going to get break. In life, it's many times like this. You see, you're coming home. Sometimes your wife is a rock right now. Ooh, tough. You're gonna go, hey, ooh, ee. What did you do? You're either gonna break her or either gonna break yourself. You're not gonna win relationship. Whatever you see, one side is tough, hard. The other side has to be soft.
If it's always tough.
In order not to break it. That's what Yocheved did. Yocheved put him in such a cheap straw in order not to break the basket of the child. And she put in this time, how do you say it? Tar from only outside.
Inside
Says-
you put special.
Says
oil.
Rashi why? In order for the tzaddik not to smell bad smell. You hear, Rabotai? Bad smell affects your neshama in a very bad way.
So tough.
You hear? That's why you should not smell things that they are bad. Look at things that they are bad. Sometimes people, whenever it was 7 October, October 7, whatever you call, there was a lot of disaster pictures, Shem Yerachem pictures.
Videos.
People should not have looked at those pictures. And you should not look at those fights and spilling blood of each other. All these type of things are damaging a person's neshama. Dirty words damaging your neshama. Dirty words that you hear damaging your neshama. Dirty smell that you smell damaging your neshama. Or dirty picture that you look at, chas v'shalom, dirty your neshama. Yocheved was worried about from young age that my child should end up at tzaddik, not smell a bad smell, in order for his neshama not to get damaged. Therefore, Rabotai, we have to watch what we smell, what we say, what we hear, and whatever we are looking at. Baruch Adonai le'olam. Amen ve'amen. Rabbi Hanan